Guys, okay, so Stargift Tarakasha, daughter of Odin. Yes. Yes. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even lying. Actually, in many ways, I wish it wasn't true. But it is. Odin. I don't have much battery left on my phone, so this video might cut midway. I have been coping with that realization for a couple of weeks now. And, you know, you have to understand that it's a very common that you'll find a lot of pagans who choose their deities without even knowing it. Like, they will select them. And they'll do that based off, like, characteristics. Oh, this person is, this god is really like me, and this goddess and I, we have so much in common. Hell, I remember I was in love with Bree. Oh, Bree. Fiery, red-headed Bree. But I knew in the back of my mind that, like, I knew she wasn't my matron. I came to even, like, see that maybe possibly it's Kaliak, the old wise witch, is my matron. You know? But, you know, for 10 years, I always wanted to know, when I first read it, and Silver Ravenwool's first book, To Ride a Silver Broomstick, I was like, ooh, I want to know who my matron and patron is. I want to know who I am an incarnation of. I want to know who's my parent. I want to know. I wanted to know. And year after year after year went by, and I never found out. Even when I joined my clan, never found out, never knew. My high priest is the son of Morgan, and my high priest, well, former high priestess, is her matron is Hecate. And it was just so undaunting to find all these people, meet all these people who have their matron and patrons known to them. And I was just like, well, when's mine's gonna show up? When am I gonna know mine? So I had a dream. I had several dreams. See, I had the first dream, and that dream went completely over my head. Like, I was just like, okay, that was a weird dream. You know, to summarize it, I was guided. I wound up at a large school. It looked like a big university, and I saw my peacock, which is my power totem, and my peacock was sitting in a tree, and it glared at me, just kind of looked at me like, and then it went and flew away into the horizon, and I ran after it to the sun and to the horizon. It disappeared, and I stopped running. I was in a field, and I turned around, and there's this humongous university. I was like, what? So, you know, I walk up into the university, and I see somebody that I know, and he is trying, there's an orchestra, and he's trying to tell the conductor, no, it's got to be this way, that way. Now, this person is an incarnation of Vesta. So when I have dreams of people that I know, it's kind of like a known thing between me and the astral world that, okay, this is a god or a goddess in that form, because that's how I can perceive them when I'm dreaming. And I was like, okay, so Vesta seems pretty busy. I'm not going to bother her. So I'm going, and I see two people, and they have backpacks and everything. And I was just like, hey, yeah, so what school is this? And they were like looking at me like, and you know, like, the name of the school, like, what's the name of the school? And they looked at each other confused, and I guess they couldn't understand me. And I was so frustrated. I was just like, what district is this in? And they're like, oh, Odin. And I was like, Aldine? Like, in the Medane world, I grew up in the Aldine school district here. And they're like, Odin. And I was like, Aldine? Odin. Aldine? Odin. Aldine? And they're just like, ugh. And they just, like, ran past me. And I was like, okay. So I continued on, you know, looking at the school, checking it out. And I go to the library. Oh, my God. That library was so fucking beautiful. Lord have mercy. And I could feel the energy of Athena over the library. I was like, oh, this is a cool library. And then I woke up. That dream went completely over my head. I was just like, oh, that was a weird dream. So, you know, going back to wanting to know my matron and patron, I was just like, oh, I want to know who it is. Oh, my lord, my lord, my lord. I want to know so bad. So I went to the March for Life in Austin, Texas with a fellow pro-life pagan friend. And her matron and patron is Kali and Anubis. Isn't that cool? That is so fucking cool. I was like, girl, you lying. Like, if you meet her, it's like, no. Like, you are too sweet, too kind, too soft, and too innocent to have Kali and Anubis as yours. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, girl, I ain't pissing you off. Fuck that shit. So, but yeah. So, and you know, she told me about how she came to learn hers. And when you listen to the backstory of people, like, if anybody ever claims their patron or matron, like, listen to their backstory, and that's how you can tell if it's legit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Dreams, meditations, experiences, things that happen. Like, I just gave you one portion of how I came to find out that Odin was mine. That was just one portion. There's so much that, because, honey, that wasn't like I had that dream and I was like, Odin's my godhead. No, I didn't think anything of the dream. I have tons of weird dreams. I didn't care. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyways, I'm talking to her and I tell her about my frustration. And she says, well, why don't you just pray? And I was like, well, that's just too simple. Like, no, like, get on your knees and ask. And she said, I prayed and asked several times over and over again, and finally I got my answer. Kali smacked me in my face, and Anubis rose from the dirt. And I was just like, huh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I mean, and that was it. I didn't really think anything would happen. But that night I got home, I got on my knees, it was a full moon, and I prayed to the great Akasha, great divine. I said, I want to know my matron and patron, so please reach out to me. Tell me who you are. Watch the next video.